A monumental ancient building from the time of biblical King Hezekiah has been found in Jerusalem. The huge number of sealed impressions and storage jar fragments, typical of the kingdom of Judah, was found near Arnona. Please stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome to Ancient Insights. Thank you very much for joining me today. According to an article published on Unearthed.com, which I will link in the description, a monumental building has been found just south of the ancient old city of Jerusalem, in what is today the neighborhood of Arnona. An extraordinary number of seals and handles of pottery storage jars, typical of the kingdom of Judah in the 8th and the 7th centuries BCE, were also discovered in the vicinity of the building. It seems that the excavation has come across a major administrative center that operated under the biblical Judean kings Hezekiah and Manasseh. The Israel Antiquities Authorities revealed on Wednesday. Though the function fulfilled by the building, which was situated about 3.5 kilometers south of Jerusalem at the time, remains unclear. Researchers, however, believe it may possibly have served as a center where taxes in the form of olive oil, wine, and grains, for instance, were collected from the whole region and stored in the pottery jars. The collection of sealed impressions found in the Arnona excavation is impressive. 120 of them used to mark goods as belonging to the king. The expression contained the name of the 4 Judean cities: Hebron, Socho, Ziph, and Emsits. Neria Sapphire and Nathan Ben-Ari, directors of the excavations on behalf of the Israel Antiquities Authority, say that the Hebron and Socho can be identified with known cities, but the identification of Ziph and Emsit remains controversial. 17 of the seals also include 8 personal names: Neham Avdi, Neham Hatzelu, Meshalem Elnathan, Zephon Abmetz, Shenia Azariah, Shelam Acha, and Shevna Shachar. Apologies if I do not pronounce these names correctly. Who they might have been is lost in time, but possibly Sapphire suggests they were the tax collectors. Also tellingly regarding the character of the site are dozens of jar handles bearing sealed impressions with lettering in ancient Hebrew. Most of these bears inscription LMLK, meaning belonging the king, etched next to the royal symbol of a sun disk with 2 wings. Such LMLK impressions on pottery jar handles were a trademark of the Kingdom of Judah's tax collection administration. It is likely, therefore, that the jars, each holding a standard 45 liters, were used to store wine, oil, or grain collected as tax, and the seals marking them were part of the royal administration's system. At the time, the site would have been surrounded by fields of grains, olive orchards, and wineries. Wine presses and oil presses abound in the area. Another intriguing set of discoveries was pagan clay figurines, for instance, in the form of women, riders, and animals. It is clear from biblical texts abhorring the practice and discoveries like this that the local people retained their affection for pagan worship in the Iron Age. It bears adding that the site dates roughly to the time in which the Assyrians conquered the land under the command of King Sennacherib in about 701 BCE, in the days of King Hezekiah. Possibly, the king was building up stores to prepare for the battle. In any case, the archaeologists say the Arnona site was repopulated shortly after the fall of the Kingdom of Judah in 586 BC, and administrative activity resumed there. According to the Israel Antiquities Authority, the array of stamped seals indicated that the system of transaction remained uninterrupted during this period. According to Yuval Baruch, who is a Jerusalem district archaeologist of the IAA, The archaeological discoveries at Arnona identify the site as key, even the most important in the history of the final days of the Kingdom of Judah and of the return to Zion decades after the destruction of the kingdom. He said, this site joins a number of other key sites uncovered in the area of Jerusalem, which were connected to the centralized administrative system of the Kingdom of Judah from its peak until its destruction. The site also indicates that the kingdom's administrative activity was also taking place outside the walls located south of Jerusalem proper. Yet, at some stage, the building was concealed under a gigantic amount of flint stones, rising 20 meters high, almost about 66 feet, with a base extending over 7 dunams. Similar artificial mounds have also been found west of Jerusalem and have consistently baffled archaeologists. It is and it remains unclear why the people would labor to erect such a large and seemingly useless structure, or what they might have been trying to hide by burying this structure underground. Please let us know what you think in comment section. Like and share this video if you enjoy it. Remember to subscribe and enable notification for more insightful videos like this. And for more ancient history news or archaeological discoveries, please check the playlist displayed here. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.